What's up, desktoppers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and in this video I'm doing an update on my 2020 California Pro predictions and preview because there's been 3 massive names added to the list. And I'm going to go over my full top 10 and let you guys know who I've got placing where. So got all that plus much more coming up in this video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. What's up, desktoppers? Now, before we get into this video, I want to encourage you guys, if you like and appreciate this contest coverage and these style of videos, please give me a thumbs up and smash that like button on this video. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up for myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. We've got bodybuilding news, bodybuilding interviews, and contest coverage just like this. And on the California Pro, I'm going to be doing a full pre-judging wrap-up and a full show wrap-up as well. So make sure you do subscribe and hit that notification bell button. But let's get into this one. So this is part 2, basically, my 2-part California Pro preview, because there's been 3 big names added to the list in Hassan Mustafa, Max Charles, and Mohammed Shaban. So some very, very impressive names there. And I think at least 2 of those guys have competed at the Mr. Olympia contest before, and one guy that I think will compete several times in the Mr. Olympia. So my initial predictions are going to be way off because I have all 3 of these guys placing in the top 5. So I'm going to go from 10th down to 1st, and I'll do a little bit of a preview on these 3 guys and give you my opinion on them. So in 10th, Eddie Brecamontes. In 9th, Stan Delonge, which is Stanimal, Sean Roden's training partner. In 8th, I have Ronald Gordon. In 7th, I have Antoine Valiant. In 6th, I have Patrick Moore. In 5th, I have An Nguyen. Now, this is where these names start to feature. So in 4th, I have Mohammed Shaban. Now, Mohammed actually competed last year. I don't know if this is his pro debut or not, but I think it might have been, and he won that Mr. Big Evolution show, and he beat some good names. He beat Ian Valliere, he beat Lucas Ozdil, he beat Samson Dowder, some really, really good names. So he is a force, and he is a very good bodybuilder. Now, he won that show controversially. Some people believe he shouldn't have won it, and he should have been 3rd or 4th or whatever. But overall, you got to look at his physique and say, hey, he was pretty damn good. Like when he opens up on that front double, he's got big arms, big legs. He really isn't missing a huge amount. So he competed in the Olympia, didn't, obviously feature in that top 10 or anything like that. But, the fact that he can actually beat a Lucas Ozdil and an Ian Valliere, who Ian Valliere just won the New York Pro, it's pretty damn impressive. And I actually believe Ian Valliere was better last year at that Mr. Big Evolution show, and he placed, I think it was 3rd there. So it says a lot about Mohammed Shaban. So I have Mohammed Shaban in 4th with the potential to potentially win this show. And honestly, I think the top 6 guys in this show that I've got featuring this show can actually win the show. Much the same as last week with the New York Pro, where there's no standout winner, at least, or standout favorite going into the show. In 3rd, I have Joe Seaman. I actually had him initially winning the show before these names were added in. So 3rd would be insanely impressive here, but I think, like I said, he still has the chance to win this show. In 2nd, this was a tough one for me. I was weighing up between these 2 guys. I have Max Charles in 2nd. The reason for that is because Max Charles comes in shredded to the bone, but he's going to be getting compared to Hassan Mustafa, and Hassan probably has the best legs just about of all time, at least in the pro ranks, I believe, right now, because they are insane. I think they're better than Big Ramy's because he's got more detail in them. He gets line through them. He's got crazy hamstring, crazy glutes, crazy calves. He's missing nothing. And honestly, he's probably the most heavily muscled guy in the IFBB Pro ranks right now. And that's the reason why I have Hassan placing 1st in this show. And also, last weekend, Hassan Mustafa actually came out and said he had hemorrhoids. He could hardly walk when it came to finals. The posing and the last-minute training was very, very hard for him. So I'm hoping he's able to, at least sort that out. So use some hemorrhoid cream or something to get them a lot better. And he said it affected his condition greatly last week. So if he can come in tighter than he was last week, he still placed ahead of Max Charles by 1 spot last week in New York. I've got to imagine that gives the edge to Hassan Mustafa. Now, 2nd, Max Charles comes in peeled to the bone, but like I said, his legs are a little bit down, and comparing that to Hassan Mustafa, that's going to be rough in a direct comparison between those 2. Now, obviously, Max can beat Hassan on conditioning, but if Hassan improves his conditioning, now he doesn't need to be as hard as Max to beat him. but he needs to be at least somewhat comparable conditioning wise. And I think he needs to maybe be a little bit harder than last weekend, which I think Hassan will achieve at this show. And because Max is just peeled to the bone, and I think Max will get a good look in here and place second place. So let me know what you think of those predictions. Go over again: 10th Eddie Bracamontes, 9th Stan Delonge, 8th Ronald Gordon, who has an insanely nice physique, 7th Antoine Vaillant, 6th Patrick Moore, 5th An Win, 4th Mohammed Shaban, 3rd Joe Seaman, 2nd Max Charles, and 1st Hassan Mustafa, which would be his first IFBB Pro win, and that would punch his ticket to the Olympia. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Who do you have winning the 2020 California Pro, which is actually going to be held in Vegas? And also I want to mention as well that there is a live stream of this contest as well. I mentioned in my last video. If you haven't seen the last video, go back and watch it. There's going to be a card at the top of the screen right now. Because I basically go in and talk about all these guys in depth as well. There is a live stream, musclecontest.com. I know it costs about $41 Australian, which I assume is about $25 US, just off the top of my head. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting that. I'm going to be reporting on it all weekend. So make sure you guys do subscribe, hit the notification bell button. That way be notified of all the videos that go up from myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding, this weekend around the California Pro. And I've got heaps more videos coming out too for you guys. So make sure you do that. If you guys want to support the channel, head to hostile.com, HOSSTILE.com, enter XAV10, XAV10, and you'll save yourself 10% on the best supplements and apparel in the world, in my opinion. I've got the Hostile cap on here. Fits really well, Flex Fit caps. Absolutely love them. So yeah, make sure you do that. So that's it for another video. For Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, we are out.